Perfect. Miss Clayton, I may end up getting, I already got the internet sign once. If that happens, we just do the best we can. Welcome, guys.
Miss Dunn, Mrs. Ellis, good to have you guys in the house.
Staff on. Oh, virtual 8th grade Oly Showcase.
Coach
How we
Fillion,
drew this up.
AKA counselor.
All right, it is 5 o'clock.
Mr. Barks, guess what?
Okay, if you get rid of the chat thing.
Yes, Mr. Gertenrich.
Our broadcast, our field unit's ready to broadcast.
Tonight?
I just got a text.
You're telling me I'm off the hook?
You're not, because nobody would know about it.
Well, I can send it out to Mike and McKay. Why don't you think about doing that? I mean, I'd be game. We can talk about it after this, but that's exciting news.
It is.
For those of you that are listening, that's exciting because we now have a camera system in our stadium that will basically be able to show all of our events. Athletics particularly, we're not sure about other things, but it's a good thing for us, especially since we can't have spectators in our stadium. All right, Miss Clayton, do we have any idea how many we were expecting? I don't want to get started. I know.
We were going for 1 million as a target, and we're getting close. We are getting close. I would say maybe wait about, I don't know, 47 seconds, and then I would get this party started.
Okay. Do you want to quickly just talk about the format of tonight? I think many of them know if they've already gotten in this Zoom, but what's going to happen?
Well, I feel like they do know, but just in case you don't, here's how it's going to go. You are here in this welcome session with Principal Barks, and then after that, you will be able to kind of pick and choose which of our school staff who are here with us today, which meetings you would like to attend. And those are on the same website that you were able to find to get to this meeting. So look at you. You're amazing.
The growth we've made in technology in just a year.
So good.
Thank you, staff, for being on as well. I don't know that we're going to be able to introduce all of you, but thank you guys for being on tonight and hosting. All right, we're going to get started. Ms. Clayton will continue to let people in. So just so you guys are aware, Chad Barks, I am the principal here at Sprague. It is a privilege to have that position right now. And I hope you can tell just by the 2 to 3 minutes we've been on. We like working here. Certainly most of the staff enjoys being a part of this, what's going on in our building. Certainly our administration team, who I'm going to introduce here shortly, enjoy working with one another. So that makes a big difference because you're going to hear me talk in my introduction about culture and community. And at this point, that is a major focus for our building. I'm going to show you a slide here. I only have a couple things that I'm going to go over, but I wanted you guys to at least, because you can't come in and do the handshake and get to see. Here is the administration team at Sprague. Myself, Clinton Gertenrich is our athletic director. He's on camera. Mickey Toft, Mark Harris, and Jesse Clayton, all assistant principals. Ms. Clayton is on camera, and I think Mr. Harris and Mr. Toft are in their car on their way home. So this is part of the team that matters at this building, but I got to tell you, you're going to meet some other individuals who are more important, right? Your teachers. So while it's important that you at least know who's at our building, truly, I hope you stay and ask questions. You get a chance to see and hear about the programs that we have in our building, because we really want you guys to come on site, and we're super excited about that opportunity that in Q4 it's going to be happening, and we are very hopeful for some way that we will be back, hopefully full time as we get into the fall. All right, I'm going to open up with our equity statement, and I'll explain why. We worked really hard as a building for this statement, and I know There's a lot of equity work going on in the district, and it matters because we want to value all of our students. We have a diverse makeup, and it's getting more diverse every single year. So we are committed to meeting the diverse needs of all our members of our community, seeing and valuing their ideals, hopes, and dreams, while maximizing access to all social and school opportunities. And most importantly, creating a culture and community that enables individual students to find academic and personal success. It's a lot of words, but I hope that you can see the bold, right? Diverse needs of students that we have, seeing ideals, hopes, and dreams, getting to know our students, interacting with them in a way that they felt and feel like they are part of our building and an integral part. So what is Oly Familia? That is a hashtag that we brought on partially because for years and years we used to be Oly Nation, right? And Oly Nation is a great thing, and we feel excited about that. But the word family has a different connotation. And so here are just 5 areas that we are committing to. And we hope as you guys come into our building, you get a sense. We are committed to ongoing learning and growing. So as a school building, we know we need to get better at what we do. We want to get better, and our goal is to support students in their journey as they learn and grow. We also know that our mindset matters, and our students are going to hear a lot about this. If you do a breakout with our leadership or ASB team tonight, they'll be able to talk about mindset. But we want to encourage your student to think critically and analyze their arguments. And so we're going to talk about that in our classes. We're going to use that as we do our freshman and sophomore offerings and our embedded honors, really looking at why do we say and believe the things we believe. We want to make sure that our decisions are made with an equity framework and lens for the goal that all students are seen, heard, and connected. And there's going to be some challenges with that, making sure that our students know that they have options to get into clubs and activities and sports. So we'll talk about that in the future as well. We know that culture and community matters. We're increasing our student voice. We want students to tell us about their school experience. So I can tell you 8th graders, as you come in, if we were going to do an assembly in the beginning of fall, I would look at all of you and say, please come and get to know us, ask us, say hi in the hallways, and we want to know you, get to learn your names and find out what's important to you. And then we're committed to supporting students through the use of a structured advisory. And I know advisory for some is like, what? We don't like advisories. We're gonna work on that. We think having a homeroom and having connections to adults you can trust is important. And so we're gonna look at that for next school year, assuming we get back on campus in a normal pattern. We also did an activity recently. What do our students stand for? What do we want them to experience? So this slide really just has 6 different things we think our Sprague students excel at. And by the time they leave, they know exactly, right, what these 6 areas are. So understanding that they are a part of our Sprague family, each student is known and supported by our staff. They demonstrate flexibility, resilience, and grit, an ability to hunker down and get work done, and also ask for assistance. That our students would see people as people and respond to the needs of others, that they would seek opportunities to help our school community and actively seek ways to serve others, demonstrate leadership and have a voice that is valued. Students work to improve our culture. They would be collaborative and contribute to their own growth and the growth of their peers. And then they have goals that go beyond high school, right? What does a successful life look like for them, and how can we assist to get them prepared? That is a lot of information. If you were on campus, right, it would be a little bit more interactive. But I just wanted to open and at least give you a framework of where we're going, some things that are valuable to us. And I hope that you find that meaningful. Ms. Clayton, lighten the torch. If you guys haven't seen this video, I don't think this has the whole entire thing, but we created a video and it will be something that we will share with students as they come in. Lighting the torch to us means that we bring our authentic self every day to school, and we are able to do our best. All right, Ms. Clayton.
So the rest of our evening is really for you guys to explore and get to know our staff. So on the website that you were just on, our new Oly Showcase website, you're just gonna float around and join the different Zoom meetings that we have. If you would like to stick around, if you have questions for the admin team, you can stay on this Zoom meeting. Otherwise, feel free to come and go, and our teachers will be available and ready to connect with you until 6 o'clock. So that leaves you just about 50 minutes to go ahead and do that. So we look forward to connecting with you and answering questions and getting to know you.
So to clarify, if they want to stay and talk with admin, they just stay. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's right. And there's a super slick slide that I have prepared for you, which is after this slide, Mr. Barks.
Gotcha. Austin, sorry, we call administration admin. There's lots of acronyms in the district, so thank you for calling us out. We'll make sure we use the language that is familiar within the building and the district. Good question. And it looks like we have breakouts for auto, Avid, band, choir, counseling, leadership, ASB, orchestra. We have a student panel, which is with our leadership team as well, sports medicine CTE program overview, and theater. And there may be some additional ones that were added. Is that right? So go and check. Yep, go back out to the front page and you'll see those breakouts. In the meantime, those of you that are sticking around, we can go ahead. If you have questions, things you want to know, go ahead and ask. We'll just start in. And Dakota West, if you're on, I know you messaged me. Our CAD program, right? So that is our computer design. We actually don't have that teacher on tonight. We are working to hire somebody in that role. So CAD and engineering is not one we can talk about, unfortunately, but you can ask me questions about it if you want to stay in here. Hi, Noel. I'm sorry you missed the whole intro. You missed Mr. Barks. That's me going over some information and talking about being at Sprague. So sorry. We can share this out and I can get you the information, Noel, if you want.
The good news is we recorded everything. So as soon as it is done, we'll upload it to the same website, just so you can see what you missed.
And I see some questions in the chat, so I'll just start chomping away at them. And if it's not one that I'll give it to the other, probably Jesse on here, Ms. Clayton. How big is campus? Well, traditionally we start with about 1,800 students. It's hard to know for next year what we're looking at because we're unsure about Edge and how many families and what it's going to end up looking like. But traditionally we have about 1,800 students. We also will be starting a bond project that is going to greatly expand our footprint and give us more classrooms and some really cool stuff. But for a year, it's going to be decently painful on campus. We're going to have a lot of work and a lot of contractors. And so we're going to need to be flexible. I have 2 questions about CAD. So I'll answer those. Our CAD class does a bit of everything. It is moving towards more of a 3D design. We have, well, if you count the bigger machines, we have almost 35 3D printing machines. So we have 26 or 27 individual ones that students get to work with, and then we have some bigger ones. We have an etching machine, a CNC machine, and if I took pictures of it and showed you, we have rooms, right? A room that does nothing but machines. They're building these large models of the Coliseum and some other stuff using those machines. which is helping out our English department. Our CAD program is going to start working with our marketing department to start creating things that we would be marketing and selling. So they learn how to do AutoCAD and some design elements, but it is a very cool hands-on experience where you get to learn how to program machines and also do some engineering, pre-engineering stuff, all while being on campus. If you guys want to unmute and ask questions, you can do that as well. Jenny, great question. I'm going to have Miss Clayton respond to the 8th grade typical enroll in Algebra 2 or Spanish 2.
Oh, that is such a great segue. I love that you asked that question because next week is when we are visiting our middle schools. We're going to be visiting with Crossler, Judson, and students that are currently at Edge and completing the forecasting process. So during that process, students will be able to fill out a Google form and select their classes. And we know that we have students at a variety of levels. And so we will be able to help your student select the classes that they need. So just next week in the forecasting visits at our middle schools.
And Ms. Clayton, I don't know if you saw, it seems like the link possibly for business and marketing isn't working. So if we can put it in this chat and see if maybe that will help. Austin, if you're still on, let me talk about A and B Day. We traditionally in our calendar, we have 8 classes, but we only attend 4 on Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And so if you're on an A day, you would go through 1 through 4 class. And then on B day, you would go classes 5, 6, 7, and 8. And Mondays is an all 8, and those classes are 45 minutes. So you would start first and then second, third, fourth, have lunch, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and that would be your Monday. So that is what we call an A-B schedule. And I anticipate that that's what we will do as long as we're back, right? And we can get our full 8 classes in. We'll continue with our A-B schedule. Ricky, I would love to, we can do a breakout and I can answer your questions about that as well. So at some point here, maybe we can get a plan for you and I just to have a conversation about your son. Gabriel asked the question, how does one transfer? I might need to know more about that. I'm not sure which transfer we're talking about, but then you later said I'm joking. So I got to read down into the chat. You almost got me. When should current JGEMS kids attend? And if you're talking about forecasting, I'm going to go back over to Miss Clayton and she can talk about what we do with Howard Street JGEMS and how we get that information out.
I believe that we did Howard Street and JGEMS this week, but I may be off. I know for sure there is a schedule for those schools, and I know that we've done one of them already. The counseling breakout meeting, they will be able to answer that better than I can right in this moment, but I know they're scheduled. They may have already happened.
Miss Clayton, I also have a message from Faith saying she's having a hard time getting into the other breakouts because it says she needs to sign in. And I'm not sure how we created this
because it should not require them to because it's after 4 p.m.
I know, but I think she's running into that. So I just wanted you to know if you want a private message with her, we can figure out a plan. Jenny, what about forecasting for private middle schools? That is basically it's open, right? When we get to the place, you let us know that they're going to be coming. Now that it's electronic, it's even easier than it would have been when we had to get the paper and pen. So Ms. Clayton, would you just recommend that the hard part is we have to do a placeholder because you're not in the district with the student number, but we can take the information and plan as if you will be coming in to school next fall.
If you towards the bottom of the website for tonight's event, there's a like next steps section, and it talks about forecasting. There is a section towards the bottom where it says what needs to happen if you are from a school outside of the district. There's a link to also register your student, and our forecasting form is open to the public. So even if you don't have a Salem-Keizer Public Schools email address, you can still complete it, and we'll sort of save your spot like Chad referred to, even if you're not currently enrolled in the district.
Looks like the Miller family's trying to get into band color guard and having some issue with that as well. So we'll work on that for you guys. Any other questions you guys want to ask? Any other ones we should know about that you guys are having a hard time getting into? Link isn't working. Okay, we'll work on that, Miller family, and see if we can't get it figured out. Ricky, I'm wondering if we have someplace we can go. If I need to create another maybe Zoom link for you and figure out a way we can do that. I can't get into athletics. Let me look and see what's. I'm opening it right now. It says I have to leave, but I was hoping to be able to get the code. Miss Clayton, can you drop the one in for athletics? I don't want to have to leave to go get that. Ravenson Joseph is the one saying that. So athletics just got posted. I am going to create another Zoom link, Ricky, and we will see if I can't set one up with you. While I'm doing that, trying to multitask, any other questions you guys want to know about transition in, cool things about Sprague? So quiet. Typically when we're in building and it gets quiet like this, Miss Clayton's going to start singing. If you check out our admin Instagram account, occasionally we'll get some music going. Typically that comes from Miss Clayton. She's got a gifting.
I did connect with Justin and Jennifer, and they've got families in their Zoom link, so I'm not sure what was going on.
I am, Ricky, scheduling a meeting right now. I'm going to put it for 5:30 and I'm going to place it in the chat. And that way, if you just click over to that, I can answer your questions, and I'll leave Miss Clayton here. And then when we're done, I can come back. I hope that works for you.
Dance team information, the contact information, definitely our athletic director will have all that kind of information for sure.
All right, Ricky, if you check the chat, I think there should be a meeting in there that we can go to here in a couple minutes. Jenny, Justin, Haley, Michelle, any questions? We only see you by names, no camera, so. Kind of makes you want to break out and be like, oh, what's going on in those other rooms? What are they talking about? Got you, Justin. Thanks. If you get some, let us know. Miss Clayton, you're looking very floral in your pictures behind you. Nice job.
It's a very classy background for tonight's event.
All right, I'm gonna go. Ricky, if you want, I'm gonna actually start that other meeting right now. And so, Miss Clayton, you might be here by yourself. And we'll be back.
I can handle it.
Cool. See you in a second.
It's me and Justin. Oh, just me.